Hey guys, today an interesting subject for me. That's something I was thinking about. A close friend of mine, his dog has passed away today. The dog was actually has lived a really good life and for a long time, 14 and a half years. Also another friend of mine, his dog has lived up till 16. And it's very interesting subject for me. My dog is turning 11 also. Actually in a week time. And it's interesting about the pets, the animals in our lives. I was just lying today under the sun in the terrace and thought that actually for us, the dogs, the cats, they're like our children, but usually parents don't get to see their children pass away. But in this case, we see them being born, living all their lives, getting old, and then pass away. On a bright side, my views on life and afterlife and if this is the actual death have quite changed in the last years. So I'm pretty sure that their spirit, soul, their energy are still in the universe. So they just don't vanish completely. But of course, we're attached to physical things to this. Now, as I'm thinking this, I'm even tearing up because of my dog. Like when you're squeezing him, feeling his smell, and yeah, one day I will have to say goodbye. And meanwhile, I'll be enjoying that and savoring it every single day for sure, every single moment. Interestingly, just recently in the news in Spain, there's a new law that pets also get to receive DNI, which is a national identity document, Documento Nacional de Identidad. And now, actually, the pets, I imagine, I don't know if it's only dogs and cats. We'll see. I'll have to check the law. But now they will have their own ID and something like having. So the dog will have an ID and have like you'll be responsible for the dog. Like truly, there's all these laws. One of the clear examples is when parents get divorced and they're maybe not on their best terms, and one will not allow the other to see the dog or the cat. But in this case, the law will protect, just like with the kids, and there will there will be hours to see each other. I mean, for other parent to see the dog or the cat. In my case, it worked out really well. I separated from my partner um, 9 years ago, 10 years ago already, and we had Pepe together for a year, and then we separated. Um, the reason I'm laughing that he probably got the dog originally to save the relationship, sort of, but maybe it was a coincidence, but it seemed like it. Um, but anyway, the thing is now we're like family, and the dog is super happy living between two houses. It just funny enough, it just happens that way that I live after some time, after 5 6 years, I ended up renting an apartment in the same building where he's living now. and there were few apartments available on the market all at once, newly refurbished, remodeled, and he already got one, and he told me that there's some others available, and I saw and got it. So now the doggy is super happy to go from my apartment to another apartment. It's just like for Pepe, my dog, it's like living in a big house. Luckily also the whole building is it's very small, there are very few people, so it feels like one big house, and the dog is happy. So probably the whole thing, it is interesting that it will help this law solve quite a lot of issues regarding separation and other things, like pets being abandoned. Just like you cannot abandon the child, in this case this will be prosecuted in a much more serious way. So kudos to that. I wonder where else in the world it's the same, but you can definitely check it out in the news. And meanwhile, for me, the lesson, the insight, the message is to truly enjoy every single moment that I have with my dog, and without even just limiting it to dogs, just with any other person. Just somewhere I've read recently that there will be a time, that was written, there will be a time when you've seen that person for the very last time. With pretty much every single person, you will see them for the very last time. If it's gonna work out the last time, like you will go before or the other person, doesn't matter. But that made me think about how we are with different people, what we represent, how our energy is, how we make them feel. Yeah, you remember this beautiful saying, it doesn't matter what you're saying, it's how you make the person feel, they will remember. So yeah, let's get remembered the best way possible. Sending love to everyone and lots of light. Thank you.